What's up, guys? And that's from the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for stopping by. Um, in this episode, I'm going to tell you why Hawaii is in trouble. Stick around. I usually upload these by themselves on as parents, and you not have a plan, YouTube and your Disney Plus and all that stuff on your computer, right? You can use, and when you're in a caloric deficit, to try to. So I read an article. See if I can find it here. I read an article in Time Magazine. I'm gonna get to it quick. Or do I not have it? Apparently. There it is. Time Magazine. Read an article. So right now, 2020, we all know how much it sucks. We all know how many issues it's caused. We all know how many things we can't do. We all know what we can do and what we can't do. So here's the article. It talks about, and this article is about Hawaii, right? But this can go for any place of the same. Well, it can go for anything, right? So, so it says here, 15%, an average percentage of people in Hawaii on any given day in 2019 who were visitors. 1 in 6 fraction of Hawaiian jobs lost from the beginning of the pandemic to August. So Hawaii, like a lot of places, right? And we all see what type of places have felt the brunt of the financial issues with the pandemic. So the service industry, right? Vegas, so like this area that I'm in the office, it's a big, it's along the water, and there are a lot of restaurants and walking paths and not too many shopping places, but it's just like a lot of restaurants, right? There's a big lawns here. So, places where people go to leisure, entertainment, whatever. But places like this, right? Places like this, Disneyland, right? That's basically the only thing that they do, right? And all the people that are employed through that, right? Yes, Hawaii feels it, right? But the people that are there feel it, right? So, and it really is not only the service people that feel it, right? It's all the ancillary people around there that feel it also, right? So, yeah, hotels go down, great. But then it's the taxi drivers, and then it's the restaurant owners in places like this. It's who else? The people that rent the kayaks and the surfboards, and the people that take you on tours, right? All those people, right? So that it's not only just Hawaii that's feeling it. It's the people in Hawaii that help Hawaii be what it is. So so what's my point here? My point is, you as a worker, you as a person, right? It's great that Hawaii is Hawaii, but you have to find a way to pandemic proof yourself, right? You have to find a way to, and people are now having a hard time just dealing with it. So what I did, I went during the pandemic. I went to the night shift because we had a new baby. I didn't want to bring anything home, so I switched my shifts around. A night shift, right? During the day, I would, in the beginning, I would study for my real estate exam, right? In the daytime, I would do a lot more reading. I learned some coding. So I did things to enrich myself. Because I understand that my job as a dad is to go out and provide for my family, And if I have more avenues to do so, then that's great, right? So if something happens to one, then I have another to pursue or to crank up if I'm doing it at the same time I'm doing everything else, right? So Hawaii can't be anything but a one-trick pony, right? But the people in Hawaii can find a way to give themselves more skills to not just have one stream of income. And now is the best time to do it, right? If you're people say don't they get upset when people ask them what they're doing in their time off. I use time off pretty loosely. Yeah, you should learn something new. Yeah, you should improve yourself some way, right? Go out for a run, learn how to cook. You can learn lots of stuff online by yourself, right? So that knock on wood, right? The next time something like this happens, right? You can then say, okay, I can't do this now, right? But I have the skills to do this, right? Because if you're just depending on one person, one job to support your family, then you're setting yourself up for a big letdown when and it kind of not even be the pandemic or something big like this. It can be just the industry that you're in goes down, right? Everything's cyclical, right? I remember a time I work at a R&D place in my 9 to 5, right? And for a while we were pretty nervous because there was not a lot of government spending on research and development, right? At that time I didn't have other things that could support my family, so I was sweating it pretty bad then. But it wasn't anything global. It was just that the government decided not to spend as much as they were spending. So you want to have as many tools in your tool belt so that one thing doesn't work, you can do something else, right? And it could be you don't have to be 100% proficient in the same proficiency level in one thing as you are in another, but it could be something to tide you over until you find the same field that you were working in, right? So you don't want to be a one-trick pony. You definitely want to know multiple tricks, because your job, your industry, isn't there to make you money, right? That job and industry is there to make that job and industry money, and you're just what they're using to make that money. So you want to make sure that your knowledge base is as diversified as possible, so you can turn it on or off or switch or ramp up whenever necessary. And it may not be that you don't feel what's going on at all, but it may not be as big of an impact as it would be if you didn't have anything else to fall back on. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on what's going on. I just recently subscribed to Time. I dig it. Lots of the different articles, and it seems to be pretty well thought out and not too biased to one way or another. It just seemed to put the information out there and you decide on your own, which is the way things should be. But anyway, this is on the Dash from the Strong Monday Money Show. Click down below, pick up one of my 2 free ebooks. Sign up for an interview if you help families in some way. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.